Hello my 365ers. Have you all had an amazing, awesome week taking radical self-care of yourselves? I hope so. I have, I always do. I always do. Now, Pete said something this morning. Actually, before we get into what Pete said this morning, let's go on a little bit of a tour just to remind Pete of rainy old England, as things he showed us the magnificence of Dubai. Okay, let's go into the front of the clinic. So this is for Pete from us UK based My 365ers. So Pete, if you're watching this, there you go. That's for you. That's England today, or at least here at Brookman's Park anyway. So let's get back to the nice pictures, because there you go, that's much nicer. There we go. So Pete said this morning, now we're a little bit crooked, who cares? Pete said this morning, if you really want to make changes, if you really want to be the best, you've got to get a little bit uncomfortable. You've got to make changes. And then even better, he said, if you want to get fit, you've got to do more than just walking at the pace you're used to. You've got to push yourself a little bit. And it's the same with when it comes to things like detoxification, getting rid of toxins from your body. Hello, Super Mandy. Oh, there you go, that's a bit better. So, a lot of people are really aware of the fact that, well, we're exposed to a lot of rubbish and a lot of crud. And of all the magnificence of ones, the poop or the poo is in so many ways the critical step that so many people are missing on their road to health. Hello, Donna. I mean, everyone understands that they've got to exercise, they've got to eat right, they've got to avoid toxins. But what people often miss out is the actual proper removal and elimination of toxins from their body. Now, so far, what we've done is we've spoken about the very downstream part of detoxification. Hello, Kate. Aha, talking of detoxification, there's our latest detox lady. How are you feeling, Kate? So a lot of people, when they think of detoxes, they think about either avoiding toxins, which is a really, really important part. If you're going to detox, you want to avoid toxins. But also it's actually what your body can get rid of. And a lot of the things out there, a lot of the so-called cleanses and detoxification pathways are just about the final parts of detoxification. They're about the pooing and the weeing. So excellent, glad to hear it, Kate. So, and a lot of the cleanses are just about getting rid of stuff and crud from the bowels, which is fine, which is good. We need to do that, but it's just the end part. So today I'm going to talk about the liver and its phases of detoxification. So this is going to be a bit technical, might not be very practical today, or it might be. So hello Trish, but this is building to something that we're going to be doing in a few weeks. So, liver. The liver, it's just under the right side of your rib cage. Trish, it's a school run. Okay, enjoy the school run, Trish. The liver, there's two main phases of detoxification, phase 1 and phase 2. There is a third phase, but a lot of our body actually takes care of phase 3 detoxification. So phase 1 requires a lot of vitamins, a lot of nutrients. Okay, life depends on the liver, it depends on all sorts of things. All sorts of things. The nervous system is the most critical part of living, I feel. Without it, you are just dead straight away. But the liver, phase 1 requires a lot of different nutrients, a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals, a lot of enzymes. And so you can get this from eating lots of greens, lots of fruit, lots of plant-based stuff. Ooh, I know whether I've just seen someone have a gallbladder. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a chance that the gallbladder could have been saved if they knew certain other things. There's certain gallbladder flush techniques that can work, and also gallbladders become overburdened because of, well, toxic burdens and other things. So it's really important to make sure that you're detoxing all the time properly. So you need to have a really good diet full of plant-based stuff to provide all the things that the first parts of the liver, the first part of phase 1 need to do. And so what are the 3 parts? I hear you say, what are the 3 parts of phase 1? Well, there's what's called reduction and oxidation. And reduction and oxidation mean slightly different things depending on what chemical things are happening. But basically, oxidation refers to either adding an oxygen molecule to something or taking away an electron or taking away a hydrogen atom. Reduction is the reverse of all those. Reduction is either taking away an oxygen or adding an electron or adding a hydrogen. Now, you don't really have to know any of this, I think it's just interesting to know. The third component is hydrolysis, which is the breaking apart or the decomposition of chemicals and molecules by the addition of water. So again, water is absolutely critical for proper detoxification. If you haven't got enough fluids in your body, you cannot detoxify properly. So this is why drinking water alone can have increasing your fluid intake can have such a huge impact on your life. This is why if you suddenly start eating a lot more fruits and vegetables, you're going to get a lot more nutrients in your body, you're going to get a lot more enzymes, you're going to get a lot more water. Okay, you've seen a picture of your liver, Kate. Well, well, well. I hope it looked lovely and shiny. So that's the first part, okay, and that requires a lot of nutrients and some protein as well. But one of the most important enzymes in that first process is something called cytochrome P450. And there's actually lots of these cytochromes. A lot of the cytochromes P450s, some of them oxidize, some of them reduce, but they're actually based on iron. So again, iron is very, very important for the detoxification pathways in your body to work, which is again why some people who have been vegetarian for many years and never supplemented, or you're eating lots and lots of chicken and fish, but you're eating no red meat, and why iron deficiency can cause so many problems. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and eat red meat unless it's pasture-fed, grass-fed, because most meat is so much more full of rubbish. It's just like you're better off just taking a good multivitamin mineral with some iron in it and drinking lots of water. So that's the first part, okay? And shiny and pink surgeon said it looks excellent. Excellent. Your liver probably looks even more beautiful now, Kate, even more beautiful. Struggling with anemia at the moment, it's your age. It's not your age, Mandy. This is where so many people, I had someone come in 10 years younger than me and they said, it's my age, I'm getting old. And no, it's not. It's what you're doing to yourself. You can choose to make this the best day ever, and you can choose to do all the right things. You can choose whether the aging process is a process of decomposition or the aging process is a process of enwisening and improving your skills and improving your ability. This is one of the reasons why my heroes are 10 or 20 years older than me but fitter and healthier than I am, because I want to be fitter and healthier like them, like Dr. Bob. We actually haven't had any competitions, but I know his blood work is absolutely phenomenal, and yeah, he's staggeringly healthy. So it's not your age. Don't ever believe it's your age. There are things you can do. So so iron and water, very important, and lots of different nutrients and enzymes. The second phase is really protein dependent, and this is called conjugation. And this is where you've taken chemicals that have been changed, and incidentally, with phase 1 of liver detoxification, this is where some things that were inactive can suddenly become active, or they can actually become more toxic with the first phase of detoxification, because the first phase of detoxification is just about changing molecules. And this is where things can be really dangerous, and why detoxification, if you're just taking some supplements at random without some kind of direction about what's really going on, can be dangerous. It can be more toxic. Some of the drugs that doctors give rely on basically on the drug going through your liver and being switched on and turning into something active. So the first phase can actually be dangerous. The second phase is where you take that and you stick it to something else so that it becomes more water soluble and can be excreted. So again, water is very important. But the things that all these chemicals are stuck to are often proteins of some kind. So it's really important to get enough of the right kinds of proteins in order for the whole of liver detoxification to work. Now, some people have got phase 2 working because they eat nothing but proteins because they're eating loads and loads of horrible meat and nothing else. So phase 2 is working, but phase 1 isn't. And a lot of people are getting really good at phase 1, but phase 2 just isn't working. So there you can sometimes be worse than people who have got loads of gunk. But anyway, so I think you're getting my point. Is it's really balanced, and so many people are so out of balance and their system is so loaded up with toxins that they just cannot get rid of them all. And so your body stores all these toxins in fat cells, and a lot of people are fat and overweight and obese and are not able to lose weight because their liver's just not coping, so it just stores more and more fat. And it's only once you start the whole detoxification pathway working properly that you start to actually lose weight and change. Hello, Carol. Hello, Jackie. Unless I already said hello, Jackie. So yeah, it's all about balance. Eating a really clean, healthy diet, lots of plants, nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds contain lots of proteins as well. You want a good variation. Quinoa is a really good source of a vegetable vegan source of protein. But then, of course, you've got beef liver. Grass-fed, pasture-fed beef liver, super nutrient. But you know, there are all kinds of different ways. People work in different ways. Just make sure you have a really varied diet, mostly plant-based. Okay, so I think that's it for liver. Next week we're going to go into the marvellous workings of the kidneys. That's what I've got planned. And then after that, probably going to talk about what we need to detoxify from, why it's such a problem, and why you need to take detoxification incredibly seriously. Hey, be well everyone, live long and pasture. Live long and pasture today. Be well. We'll have to watch you later on for Avenge them. Well, I hope you get stable later, Carol. Be well.